very excited to bring up this next comedian. She's a very important person in my life. She's given me a lot of opportunities. You can see her on Comedy Central occasionally. Everybody get those hands together for Victoria Arnstein!
Ryan Dempsey, give it up again for Ryan Dempsey. Thank you for that applause. None of you know who I am. That's nice, though. Where were you when I gave birth to 3 kids? I could have used that applause. We get applause for everything now, right? We don't deserve it. What's your name?
Zane.
Zane? Give it up for Zane, guys. A good sport. Zane, do you think you deserve that applause?
No.
You're right. You didn't. I don't know. That's what I'm saying, right? The guy invents like the cure for cancer, polio, no applause. But right now, I just get on stage. That's why I come here. I'm not even a comedian. My husband pays the owner of this club so I can come here and just fucking rant to you guys. See, okay? You guys, I'm celebrating. I just got back from a Comedy World Tour, actually. I just got back from a Comedy World Tour. Thank you. It was so much fun telling jokes in all the different countries all around Epcot Center. This seems like a good crowd, though. I was actually in a room, comedians, they do any room that you can get, whatever. And there was a room that was so electric. Everybody was dying on the floor. I don't want to brag, but it was a lot of fun, And I'm telling my jokes, and I'm on fire, and all of a sudden some guy gets up, and he goes, "Oh my God, my finger! Oh my God, it's bleeding! I can't take the pain! I don't know what to do!" I'm like, "Really? Right in the middle of my set? Right before my punchline?" That's the last time I ever performed comedy at the emergency room at Lennox Hill. That's it. Done. I'm kidding. I'm going back. It's a great room. But man, I'm always in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood right now. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. It's hormones because I'm in menopause. I don't know. Some guy told me, "I thought you were past menopause." In the front row. He was short, fat, and bald. I said, "Get up, sir. Show everybody what you look like." I said, "You're a dick." He was from UK. I thought he was polite, but no, he was a mean dick. Anyway, we can take our bad mood anywhere. We can't take our bad mood anywhere, but we can take it here on the stage, and you guys would actually like it. The worst mood I'm in, you guys like that shit. You know what? Comedians love to have a shitty life. We get jealous of each other. Yeah, I have a comedian friend. She is fucking, her life is a wreck. She's like, "Oh, my husband beats me. I'm suicidal." I'm like, "God damn it, what do I have? I need something." So, but where else could you take a bad mood, huh? Could you take it if you were a brain surgeon? Imagine if I was a brain surgeon. Oh my God, that would be so wild. I'd kill someone. That's what would happen. I'll be like, "Nurse, scalpel." She's like, "Oh, doctor, you had a really bad fight with your husband. I don't think..." "Give me the goddamn scalpel!" What if I was a pilot on a plane? Took my bad mood on a plane, and I'm the pilot. Huh? What the fuck would I do? Little turbulence, huh? Little just for fun. Fuck that shit. What if I was an Uber driver? Talk the guy to death. Just fucking. Oh man. So they say do what you love, and you never have to work a day in your life, right? So I got married, and I do my husband. It's accurate. Best career move I ever made, I gotta say. Where he goes to work and I don't. Not so much for him, but you know what? I paid my dues. You know what I'm saying? We just celebrated 25-year wedding anniversary. Thank you. It's a very special anniversary. My husband took me to this supermarket. It wasn't just any supermarket, it was Whole Foods, all right? I'm crushing it. Thank you. I like to, he asks me to save him money, just for shits and giggles. So I do. I save him money. The other day we were laying around in bed casually, and out of nowhere he says to me, "I want an adventure. I want to go skydiving all over the world. I love the element of surprise and the adrenaline rush." So I Pushed him off the bed. That handled everything. It was free. We didn't have to leave the house, huh? Best wife ever. He also loves a challenge, so I made up this new game called Eeny, Meeny, Money, Mo. That's where I empty all our bank accounts and make him guess where that money is. I love that game. It's always my bank account. I have a friend. She's a whore. She's actually a prostitute. That's higher up. That's where they get paid. She doesn't call herself a prostitute, but every man takes her for dinner, and then they pay for dinner, and then they have sex. That's a prostitute, right? Right? I don't know why I'm looking at you. I'm not even putting her down. I'm actually really jealous because I'm married and I only have one client. My husband, and business is slow. He's addicted to this makeup sex. You know what this is? You ever hear this? You get into a fight. He gets into a fight with me on purpose just to have makeup sex. I used to give into this shit. And I finally said, you know what? I'm going to start charging. So next time you get near it, you're going to have to swipe a credit card through it. Lately, it's been declining. Let me hear it from the feminists out here. Anybody a feminist? Black guy? They're laughing. Why are you laughing? Because you're not? Feminists are fucking up my shit, I'm not going to lie. My husband's starting to think we're equal now. What? I'm so much more superior than he is. Like lately, he's been asking me to do this horrible thing called work. So you mean a day job? You know, I tell jokes for like 20 minutes an hour. Because that doesn't do anything. I said, oh really? I asked you what I was good at. You said I was great at complaining and I don't shut the fuck up. I think I nailed it. I said, do you really feel like that? He goes, yeah, I feel like every day, all I do is work for you. Like 3 kids, I retired. I said, honey, do you really feel like, he goes, yeah, I just work for you. I said, oh my God. You're right, you do work for me. We don't have a prenuptial agreement. Who said you could talk to your boss as long? Wrap that shit up. Break time's over. Oh God, a millennial came up to me after a show once. She said, don't you want to work and make your own money? I said, no, I want my husband to work and make my own money. She said, don't you want to contribute to the world? I said, what do you do? She goes, I'm a cake decorator. I said, oh, so you contribute to obesity and diabetes? Well, I got 3 kids in the bath at the same time and no one died. You know how hard that is? When they're screaming, things like, Ma, don't drown me, don't drown me. Or when I'm fixing a martini, and I'm drinking, I'm texting, I'm driving, back home to check on them. It's not easy. I think women are getting stupider. Most people are getting stupider, but women in particular. Because look, the Kardashians are the fucking shit, right? What's happening? Like, we failed, guys. No, really, the Kardashians, that's your role model? They can't find a man. When they get a man, they can't keep a man. They can't have a man stay a man. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, as a role model, you know, like Winston Churchill, no, or Kim. And that's where we're at. You know, I think and people are just getting stupider. I mean, the stupider the people, they're the ones breeding, including myself. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, look, I had a curling iron, and it had a warning label, and it said, for external use only. What? What had to happen? Like a few things had to happen, right? Like a couple of emergency room visits had to happen for a lawyer to write that shit up, right? Like, could you imagine the doctor? The emergency room, doctor goes, what hole did you put this in? turned it on? You plugged it in? I saw a billboard. They spend thousands of dollars, not $100. They spend thousands of dollars on billboards, right? It said, from oven to table. What was in between? What had to happen from the oven to the table? That we couldn't, was there like an object that they needed to tell us that? I hate kids. Not everyone's, just mine, very clingy and expensive. I have to pay for everything with the money my husband gives me. I have to pay for their food. I have to pay for their violin lessons. I have to pay other children to play with them. I'm kidding, they don't play violin, I'm not a monster. My friends give me such a hard time because I give my kids an eating disorder. To save money, it's good too. Not the kind of eating disorder where they throw up their food. I'm a Jewish mother, I would never do that. That's a waste of food and money. The kind where I tell them they're fat, and over time that shit adds up, and there's a Porsche out there with my name on it. It's not gonna fucking buy itself, all right? When my daughter was 11 years old, she was such a pain in my ass, because she still lived with us, Yeah. She walked in and her father and I having sex. That's a true story. I said, don't you knock? She goes, you're in the kitchen. I said, what are you doing in the kitchen? I thought I gave you that eating disorder. And I had to have that long, awkward talk with her. The one where I had to tell her she had to move out. She's doing okay, though. She's actually school president with honors. She just graduated with honors. School president, guys. Give it up to my daughter. Thank you. Thank you. She was homeschooled. I didn't know what I was doing in homeschool. The first day of homeschool, I was nervous, so I gave her a documentary a week long to watch. I'm like, watch this documentary of Benjamin Franklin. I hear he's a genius. She comes running back to me after 10 minutes. She goes, Mom, Benjamin Franklin paid women to have sex with him. I said, oh my God, he was a genius. See how ugly he was? He had to be able to have sex with him. Plus, that's how the $100 bill was invented. Sick of paying those hookers with 50s. Look at that, it's a true story. And I put it under finance and history. I'm a good teacher. Two birds. She's getting very woke. I don't like the woke thing. I'm sorry, I'm old school. I don't like it. I don't like the woke thing. I can't deal with it, I'm in menopause. I get hot flashes. My friend's on OnlyFans. I said, really, you're on OnlyFans? I'm on only air conditioners, all right? So she's getting very woke, and the other day I was teaching her that the tiger shark is the most vicious in the ocean, second to the great white. She whispers in my ear, great white? That's racist. I lost my shit. I said, shut the fuck up, you loser bitch! Then I had to explain to everyone sitting in the waiting room at the pediatrics office with her. She whispered and I yelled. That was sneaky. So I did. I explained to everybody there. I said, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to empower my daughter how to talk to someone like me. I'm teaching her. I think they all agreed that teaching came very naturally to me. Because child services doesn't stop calling me. I like to sell my husband's things on Craigslist. Make extra money. It's good too. Any married people in the crowd? Right. So you don't know. Okay, so I was selling his ladder. It was shiny and new. It was $300. I was selling it for $50. A bargain. Such a bargain. There's always this one guy. I'll give you $40 for that ladder. And then he writes, that's all the money I have. What? You're a grown man, and you only have two $20 bills. You're a grown man, and you only have 2 Andrew Jacksons. You're a grown man, and you only have $40, and you're buying a ladder. I said, all right, I'll give you that ladder for $40, and I'll throw my husband's rope in for free, huh? It's a suicide joke. I gave him the discount, guys. And he was a pedophile, all right? Feel better now? I don't know if he was. Anyway, he was on Epstein's Island. Let's bring up the mood. That was sad. All right. So Cancer's hard to live with, right? The zodiac sign? Who here's a Cancer? Let me hear from the Cancers. All right. I know. Only one in a whole crowd. Okay. It's the crab. It's the most protective of their mate. And I could say this because I used to date a guy that was a Cancer. He was so jealous. The worst part about him was that he hated that I had a husband. What am I going to do with that? It's okay, I made the better choice. My husband has a much bigger bank account. You guys know that shoe store Payless that went out of business? Remember that Payless? All right. Yeah. I didn't have money once, believe it or not. I used to go in with a Gucci bag. They believe I was going out with a Gucci bag in case anybody saw me. I was like, I'd see my kids' friends in there, and I'd be like, hi, I'm here for the bathroom. It's like the self-serve place. It was always a mess, right? Payless. Payless. Everybody knows. Is there a better way to lose your dignity than going into a store named Payless? Why didn't they just call it You're Fucking Broke? You know? I mean, how did that meeting go to name this place? You had one thing to do. The CEO probably had some idiot kid, 17-year-old guy, going in for a summer job, licking his ice cream cone like a spoiled fuck, right? Going in, and this guy Bernard's like handling it because the CEO's not there that day. He's playing golf. Just picturing it. And the guy that's running the show, he's like, oh my God, I'm never gonna get home. Rush hour traffic. Let's go. All right. Hi, Ernest. Maybe his name is Ernest. I don't know. Ernest, yeah, it's a self-serve kind of store. It's for low-income families. You think you want to name the place? And he's like, oh, yeah. How about Grab and Go? That's great, Ernest, Bernard says, but Grab and Go sounds a little too literal. I think they're going to just grab and go. Do you have anything else? Ernest is like, oh. About a half hour later, he comes up with, how about Broke Are Us? Huh? How about Broke Are Us? And Bernard's dying to get home. And Bernard goes, that's great, Ernest, but I think it's too literal also. I think that Toys R Us might sue us. So, do you have anything else? So Ernest is like, an hour later, licking his ice cream cone. How about Payless? Bernard's like, fuck it, Payless it is. That's how they got Payless. I don't know, all these shoes were made out of plastic, you know? They recycled the plastic. I mean, so much so I found a straw in one of them. Dental floss was the shoelace. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a really weird mix of... My kid picked up the box. It said Adidas. I don't think it was supposed to be spelled with a $sign. Then they picked up another box and it said just do it, but it was a magic marker. What? Yeah, I know, they went out of business so I could talk about them. I'll talk about Target. I gotta say, Target, I would have lost the bet on naming Target. What do you think of when you think of a Target? You think of bullet holes, darts being thrown at you? Oh, fucking Target. I don't want to be a Target. No one wants to be a Target. Why didn't they name it Bullseye? They probably had a CEO with a daughter named Tiffany and she couldn't think of a fucking name, so she took a T and she put Target. I know, that joke fell flat, but you know what? It's okay. It's all right. Sometimes I try things that are new and they don't work. What's your name? Oh, she's eating. Sarah? Sarah? That's pretty. Sarah with an H? That's nice. Give it up for Sarah. You think you deserve that? What about you? What's your name?
Alec.
Alec?
Yeah.
Like Baldwin? Real? Oh, you don't wish. You really do? My daughter said she saw a shooting star. I said, you saw Alec Baldwin? I don't know why. Everyone thought he was... Everyone thought, why wasn't he shooting with blanks? I'm like, he's got 8,000 kids. He doesn't shoot blanks. You don't want to be Alec. He might go to jail. I don't think so. Anyway. You guys ever do yoga? I did yoga for this joke. Yeah, it's a lot like kindergarten, right? First you go to a class and you hear words you don't understand. Then you play Twister and then you take a nap, right? The instructor's like 90. She goes, oh, welcome to my practice. I'm like, how much practice is this old bitch doing? Everybody, okay, be a happy baby, be a warrior. I'm like, she's on crack. Everybody, make sure your legs are touching like they're glued together. I'm like, they are, now I'm depressed. Everybody get on your mats and do downward dog and don't think of anything. I said, really? Now I can't stop thinking about my son's dog. I'm watching him. Did I feed him today? I gotta take him for another walk, and I gotta take him to the vet. And my son's not gonna take him for a vet. They never take him for a walk. Now they want another dog. I'm not getting another dog. You know what? I fucking hate yoga. I'm so stressed out. At the end of the class, the teacher said, "Namaste." I said, "Namaste." I did get something out of it. You know when you attract things like abundance? I attracted abundance. You manifest. And it worked because my kids came home with lice. Tell me. Gotta be careful though. You know, like, did you hear about this story about this guy? He was an instructor, yoga instructor. He was in the news. It must be true. I don't know. He was in the news. He was a yoga instructor, and he went to the ER for giving himself a blowjob. It didn't work out. If it did work out, every man here tonight would be signing up for yoga. Am I right? I have 3 kids that I know of, and that's nice. I have a son and 2 daughters. The reason I know is because they told me their gender. That's nice of them. You don't know them until you're 18, right? My daughter, she moved to Hollywood. Yeah, she's an actress. She moved at 17. She's 22. Maybe you've seen her in Absolutely Nothing. She's always going to those support groups, you know? Positivity and love yourself and children of divorce. I'm still married to her father. She's very confrontational. Very. Somebody wrote to her online, "Nothing but a white, pretentious, spoiled bitch." She wrote back. She goes, "Mom, stop writing on my page." But I got a lot of likes and followers, so it was worth it. And my husband, her father, put on all these laughing emojis. And then she blocked both of us. Now she identifies as an orphan. Which is great, because now we don't have to put her on our will. Alright, I'm going to leave you with this, guys. So, I innocently wrote, you know, this autocorrect is a problem. I innocently wrote to my grandfather, "Hi, Grandpa, I'm coming to town. Are you around?" He's like, "What kind of question is that?" It said, "Hi, Grandpa, I'm coming to town. Are you aroused?" My phone knows me so well. Because I say that word a lot. And because he's hot. But 97, he's so cute. I took him to the gym after my grandmother died a couple of years ago. He said, "Victoria, what machine's going to make me sexy for the ladies?" I go, "Grandpa, you're adorable." It's the ATM machine now. Give me 5 reps of 20. Of course, she isn't buying herself. Thank you so much, guys. Give it up for the rest of the show. Give it up for Ryan Dempsey.
Everybody keep it going for Victoria Arnstein.